guys. We'll give you a second to get set up a bit. All right, it looks like we're just missing Anthony, but I'll read a little intro about Lane and the gentlemen who are with us to get us started. So Lane was founded in 2014 to bring the future of work to commercial real estate properties around the world. An all-in-one web and mobile platform for the workplace, Lane streamlines all aspects of day-to-day office. Please welcome Lane's support of education lead, Anthony Ivanowski. Welcome, Anthony. As well as, we're in for a real treat. We've got both of Lane's co-founders, Clinton Robinson and Kofi Jechi. They're going to walk you through Lane's key features. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thanks for having us here. Anthony, are you ready?
Yep, I'm here. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. And thank you, CRETech, for hosting this exciting event. My name is Anthony from the support and education team here at Lane. Today, I'm going to be demonstrating how Lane streamlines and powers all aspects of the workplace, from booking a room to ordering a latte, inviting a guest, and more. It's truly an exciting technology, and I can't wait to show you. I'm also joined by our two awesome co-founders, Clinton and Kofi. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves further for us?
I am Clinton Robinson, co-founder and CEO of Lane, and really excited to be here with everybody here today to walk you through and do a deep dive on some of the Lane functionality. So we're a workplace experience platform that powers everything in the workplace, from the property management to the building to the companies to the vendors and services that exist in there. And we're going to do a pretty deep dive and show you some of the functionality on why we've been chosen to power over 350 buildings worldwide. Kofi?
Hi there, I'm Kofi Jechi. I am the co-founder and CPO here at Lane. As Clinton and Anthony have mentioned, we'll be going through a deep dive today. We're going to zone in on some e-commerce, some resource booking, some guest registration and visitor management, and a little bit of occupancy management. Anthony, why don't we start the presentation?
Awesome. For those of you wondering what Lane is, we are an intuitive web and mobile platform designed to transform the workplace into a seamless and connected ecosystem.
And this is a great place to start here, Anthony. So we've just hopped into CTA Center. So what we're doing right now is we're looking at the mobile product that you would have as an occupant or an employee that's going to the building. And we're showing you CTA Center here. And CTA has been set up in a very specific way because none of the buildings that we power are the same. So part of the core functionality of Lane is offering you this configurable interface that can be different at every possible building. So at CTA Center, what's important to them is guest registration, mobile access, order takeout, and some reporting COVID-19 functionality right on the homepage. So if we did switch into another building, we could get a whole different look and feel and branding, but this is what's been set up for CTA. You've also got a stream of all the things that are coming up that Anthony may have reserved or interacted with. So he's got some running club memberships that he's got coming up. And then there's a full community feed here. Kofi, do you want to go through the community aspects of what we're seeing on the home tab here?
Yes, certainly. So we recognize that you have unique spaces. Our clients have unique portfolios and brands, and we are now reflecting that on our digital platform. So what you're seeing here are events that are being put together. Anthony, if you jump into the CTA Running Club in there, that might be something that's about community building. So this is a running club that takes place every Thursday. People are able to RSVP and join this, share it with other colleagues in the space or people who work within the building. If we actually drill down, we might actually scroll to an event that's being hosted in a couple of weeks. So we have a full event engine on the actual platform itself. Anthony's going to be drilling into that fairly quickly. And what's powerful about all this is we do have a platform that allows you to manage this very easily in the background. So this is another event that's running. I'm able to, again, RSVP, share it, and be a part of this. Community is very important within the Lane platform, and getting feedback on that's also just as important. So as you notice here, we have a return to work survey, and we have flows that we're able to actually build and create these things on the fly.
That's great. Let's also hop into the Spaces tab too to have a look at some of the more things we've configured for CTA here. And again, this is all about CTA Center here. So a different building may have a very different look and feel or different tab setup, but CTA has shared spaces. They actually have flex space. They have meeting rooms that you can book. They actually even have day passes where you can book out hoteling spaces and actually, a co-living situation that's all powered by the platform. Or maybe it's about booking the elevator or actually getting more information about the shipping and loading docks or submitting maintenance requests. But Kofi, do you want to walk us through the resources tab too?
Yeah, for sure. So not only are you able to set up, quick ephemeral content like events and community building, as Clinton has mentioned, space management, you're also able to maintain your current resources, meaning how do I get access to the Wi-Fi? Maybe I want to quickly get into a support chat and call somebody on the actual platform. Whereas my shuttle bus, or I may have actual bicycle storage. We're actually allowing you to digitize a lot of these experiences using our Lane platform. It's really simply and easily again. So this would be your traditional handbook if you're a property manager, or a new service and amenity you're actually trying to bring into the space, like this bicycle storage that Anthony has just clicked into, where I'm able to actually turn this into a bookable feature, reserve it without having to change any of my current functionality in how my building operates. Clinton, perhaps it's a good time to actually get into our e-commerce portion of things.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so Anthony, I know you love ordering a latte every morning, so maybe you should walk us through the order ahead functionality that we've turned on at CETA.
I'd be happy to, and it's definitely something I miss being at home and will look forward to when being back in the building, is being able to order my latte through Lane's powerful e-commerce features. So coming back up to the homepage, I'm going to select the order takeout option. From here, I'm brought to the food hall menu, and scrolling down, you will see that we have all of the delicious options on the menu. Scrolling through the different categories, I'm going to select hot drinks. From here, we will see that we have the cafe latte that I can choose from. Now I'm going to select a medium because a small definitely won't get me through the day. And I'm going to leave a note for the barista that is making my drink. And I'd like to let them know that I'd like it non-fat. From there, I'm going to add one and click add to cart. Now, coming back to the top here, I can view a summary of my cart. It shows me all of the details that I selected, including the size and the quantity. Once I'm ready to check out, I simply have to tap checkout, and that's it. The transaction has gone through, and I'm now greeted with a receipt that I can bring down to the retailer when it is time to pick up my drink.
So thanks for walking through that. So that's a great example of how we've set up this kind of cafe at the CETA Center. But our e-commerce modules actually can be expanded a lot more than just restaurants. And actually, we've expanded this out with some of our clients in their national portfolios. As we return to work, we're actually be powering all their QSRs through this functionality. But the e-commerce module can also be set up to do a lot of other things. So it is about food ordering and restaurants, but you can also power vendors and services, or even ticketed events. So this is an example here. This exhibition here, we can actually purchase tickets directly through the platform. And this is an event that's actually maybe run by the building and they want to like monetize this event. And companies are actually able to set up business payment accounts, or we could pay with our personal credit card. And Anthony, I'm not actually going to ask you to purchase this on your personal card, so don't worry, we can just back out of this. We'll save you that $3. But why don't we go over to some resource booking and kind of talk about how the space booking works through the Lane platform.
For sure, I'd be happy to show that. So heading over to the Book a Space tab, the first thing that I'm going to do is select a few filters based on the requirements for the space that I'd like to book. So tapping on the green filtration option, I have a few here selected already. I'm going to be having a meeting with about 8 team members, so I'm going to select the number of seats to 8 to ensure we are socially distanced and have enough room within that space. I'm also going to make sure that we have TV and projector clicked on, and as well as a conferencing phone. So when I get in there, we can bring our laptops and just begin working. Selecting OK will show me all of the available rooms with those feature sets. This one here looks cool. I'm going to select the elephant room. Clicking on the room will give a breakdown of the services and amenities within the room. So anything from technology to the number of seats, as well as where that room is located in the building. Let's go ahead and reserve this room. I know that I have a meeting this Friday on the 30th, so I'm going to set the date to that. And dragging my finger over the date slider, you can see how easy it is to select a time. I'm going to have my meeting right at around 3 p.m. And as we can see, it's set from 3 to 4 p.m. and our duration is 1 hour. All I have to do is tap submit, and that's it. I know that my booking went through when I received the receipt confirmation, and I'm also reminded via the summary on the date and the time. Now, I'm a pretty forgetful dude, so I sometimes need to add this to my calendar, and I can do so by tapping here, and this is added to my phone.
Thanks, Anthony. That was a great demo. And we could keep drilling in more into the end user interface. I think we've got a really beautiful look and feel that we can bring to any building or to any office, but that's just part of the equation. And we're a workplace experience platform. So let's hop over to the portal, the admin functionality. How do you actually manage these things? And how do you use Lane as the command center for your building? So part of the Lane platform is what we're seeing right here. This is the online web portal. That's also available on mobile if we want. We're getting full detailed analytics about everything that's happening at CTA Center. So right now we've just switched hats and now we're actually, let's say, a property manager or somebody at the team at the building. We're going to get real-time analytics on everything that's happening, what people are interacting with. We can report this by day, month, hour. We can drill into specific user groups. We're also getting a live activity dashboard here. So right now we're running a Tesla test drive activation. There's 50 slots. We can see that 3 are already booked. So this is our online command center for everything that's happening in the building right now. But let's hop over to the elephant room and actually check out some of the things that we just submitted here, because I know we just booked something through the elephant room. So this is the dashboard for the elephant room. We can actually hop into this ticket that Anthony just created. And as admins at this building, as a team on the building, we're actually getting full information about who is Anthony, what is the company he works at. We can see his reservation that he just booked. And actually, we're going to cancel this one on Anthony because we actually are, we're going to close the building that day. So we're actually going to cancel this on him. And that's going to send him an email, a push notification, or update directly on his mobile device. So this is really this command center, this interactive version of how we manage all these things. But I think maybe we want to go in and even change how the elephant room works. I noticed that the elephant room was free to book, and I'd actually like to monetize it. So Kofi, do you want to take over? Yeah, how would we configure the elephant room through the Lane platform?
Yes, certainly. So what you're seeing here is our actual builder that helps with the appearance. So what is this elephant room going to look like? With its images, a little description on it. We're also able to add some functionality using our easy feature and drag and drop builder. So Anthony, if we click onto the features tab, on the left-hand side, you'll notice that there are a number of things that you can configure. So we're going to start with payment. We're going to actually click onto the payment. We're going to turn this on. We're going to change this room to $20. We're also going to configure the hours for this room. We're going to say it's available all week. But we also recognize that you have different individuals within your spaces, different stakeholders. So let's turn on some advanced rules. We're actually going to set up a specific team. We're going to pick the admins. And we're going to say that they get a 50% discount on these actual rooms. And we're also going to configure their hours and suggest that they don't get access to the actual 50% discount on Sundays and Saturdays. It's only as a duration from a Monday through Friday. So Anthony's quickly going to go in, configure that. And once he saves this, the payment engine will be able to manage all of this with the different user roles and types. But also for the sake of being in the current climate, we're going to turn on some things that are easier for return to office while booking this room. So let's quickly go into reservable, Anthony. Perfect. So we notice that this room right now is able to be booked in hour slots. We're going to change that to 45 minutes so we can have a 15-minute window for cleaning. Perfect. And we're actually going to reduce the amount of individuals that are allowed to come into the space. So we're going to say that only 10 people are able to actually book this room to deal with our capacity management. And as easy as that, we've now changed how this room is actually going to function. We also may want there to be some touchless technology. So Anthony, let's turn on the QR code scanning. So Anthony's going to turn on this QR code scanning. What's great about this is it's attached to different statuses and different rules. So you can actually pass things through a workflow. So let's actually put in one rule, Anthony. Perfect. So we're going to say that once this is actually been created by a user and they scan it, we're going to change that to in progress. And so now the QR code status is actually going to change into that as they click through this. And what's important about your actually room booking is also visitor management. And we're going to tie this in at the moment as well. So let's turn on inviting guests. Perfect. So we're now going to be able to invite guests to this room. It now costs $20. We're able to have touchless entry, and we're able to reserve it for that time slot that we'd set up. However, we might want a quick questionnaire around COVID or around any of our terms and policies. So we're going to jump into our data section here. Perfect. And Anthony's actually going to set up a quick toggle so that people can suggest whether or not that they agree to our terms. So do you agree to our terms and terminology for coming into the space during this moment? We're going to make a yes or no selector. Perfect. And we're going to make this a required field as well. So this is something that has to be answered by the actual individual before this room can be booked, regardless of if they're paying or not. So Anthony's going to create this. And so now that we've set this all up, we're going to go back to our visual appearance, and we're going to use our drag and drop builder to add these components onto the elephant room booking in real time. So you can see a purchase button at the bottom of the page. We're now going to add some guests. We're going to add our questionnaire. There you go. Perfect. And now I'm going to hand this over to Clinton and just show us how we can get some more complex workflows onto this particular piece of functionality.
Thanks, Kofi. Yeah, so we've been building out this piece of this elephant room booking on the fly. Let's also turn on some workflows, because workflows are going to determine what happens when people interact with this. How do we communicate with people or different teams within the building as people book it, cancel it, update it? So Anthony, let's go to the workflows tab and configure some more workflows. I think we already have some set up here. So we can configure any number of workflows to change and go through different statuses. And I can see on this first one here, we're sending an email to the admin team every time there's a new booking created. Anthony, can you expand that email? We just want to like customize it a little bit. This is great. So we've got a custom email subject. We can change the text of the email and customize it to get the exact look and feel that we want. And this is pretty incredible to actually be able to customize emails down to this level. And what we're seeing here is a preview of the email that the admin team is actually going to receive. Fantastic. So thanks for customizing that one, Anthony. Let's minimize that one and go down to maybe set up a push notification. Yeah, so we can see here that we're going to send different push notifications. We're going to send emails as things change statuses. We can really build out any kind of workflow that we want to notify different teams, different people, interact with different users on the platform. So a really powerful tool to take any piece of interactive thing, whether it's a service or amenity, and build a really intelligent workflow around it. But let's also hop into the targeting tab, since we only have so much time here to demo everything on the platform. So through targeting, maybe an event or a service or an amenity, maybe we don't want it to be available to everybody at the building. And right now we're sending this to everybody at CTA. So Anthony, maybe we'll turn that off, and we're actually going to finally target this room booking so that only a few specific people have access to it. You know what, let's target a specific tenant at CTA. And the Apple Store people, they're one of our key tenants. They're like our anchor tenants. So we're actually going to give restricted access just to the Apple Store. So let's target it to them. And you know what? Let's also target a specific team here as well. I want to target the retail managers because they actually need also access to this room. So let's go actually target our retail management team. Perfect. Okay, so now we've just finally targeted this specific resource, this room booking, to specific groups within the building. And we can slice and dice that any way we want. Now, let's just do a quick recap of what we just did here, because it's pretty amazing that we're able to do this in a few clicks. We took a room that was free, and we actually went in and configured it. So now it actually accepts payment through our e-commerce engine. We added an integration directly into visitor management to allow people to book guests and register them into visitor management right away. We added a COVID questionnaire so that people have to agree to the terms and conditions. We set up specific pricing modules for different teams within this location. And we did all of this in like a minute. So we could have dove into any service, any amenity, any resource, any event, and configured this through our engine. But we just wanted to give a really quick high-level overview of why it's so important to have a configurable engine to do this. And we're not building specific, we're not putting specific functionality in our platform for return to work or for COVID management. It's really all there in our platform already. to support all these different new use cases and to even support what's coming up in the future. So thanks for hopping in. There was a really quick demo. I wish we had more time because there's tons of functionality that we could really dive into onto our platform. But we also wanted to leave a little bit of room for questions and answers. So thanks for taking the time. And we're just going to open up the question and answers here to see what people have been asking us.
Thanks, guys. You know, the first question that came in, it was a question I thought about too. Read the Builder. Once you customize a booking setting for a particular room, can you copy and paste that to save time?
Oh,
Yes.
great question.
We could
Kofi,
actually show that too. It's our import and export feature. So if we hit the 3 dots on this post, we can actually hit the export button right here. And it'll pull up an interactive menu here that we can select anything from this piece of content that we like. So we can export the name, the description, the text, all the way down to who we're targeting to. So as you saw, we changed it to the Apple Store as well as our retail managers. That data can be exportable as well. And all we have to do is hit export. It downloads a JSON file. And when we want to use this piece of content again, so we want to book another room, hit import and upload that file. And it's as simple as that.
Yeah, we also have a full templating engine on the Lane platform. So it's not just about exporting the files themselves. Individuals can start from templates, and we actually build these with you during our onboarding process.
Thanks. So this was a question that came in early, and I don't think you guys touched on it, but hope you also talk about whether you're seeing clients now asking for API access to pull data and analytics to their own data bases and warehouse.
Yeah, that is a great question. We're seeing that more and more as the industry matures. So we didn't touch into the deep technical details of the Lane platform, but everything that you saw is API driven. We build API first. We're a real and tech company, and that's how you build a tech product, is starting with the API. So we actually hadn't really seen that request when we started a few years ago. But in 2020, it seems like it's the year where there's enough sophistication in the industry that's actually a request that we're getting from a lot of clients to tap into our API directly and pull analytics in real time. So we've built our platform not just with a real-time API that people can pull into, but also supporting webhooks. So you can tie into our webhooks. So as somebody registers a guest or books a room, you can trigger a real-time update through our platform, through our webhook system. So that was a great question.
So we got a question in from our CEO, Michael Beckerman, who I think is the biggest prop tech yenta out there. And so he said, congratulations on the eService acquisition. What drove the deal? And is this a precursor to more M&A from Lane in the future?
I think it will be. We're not just focused on M&A, but we do see where there's value in taking something that we were working on. So we're a pure tech company. eService is a brilliant services company that brings some fantastic property management, tenant engagement services to a large list of clients. That was something that we always wanted to build out in the future, but we've really just been focusing on the technology. So I think making that acquisition and bringing them into the Lane team and adding that services competency is really going to accelerate everything in the future, especially as we power the eService offering with the Lane technology. That is a really synergistic 1+1. I think we'll see more consolidation in the industry for sure. I think we're interested in M&A, but we really take it on a case-by-case basis.
Thanks. So Robert asked, can you explain how you can integrate with other building vendors? And he's specifically asking about parking.
Yeah, great. We actually work really well with a bunch of parking vendors, but integrations are part of the Lane ecosystem. And what this means is, as Clinton mentioned earlier, we have an API that they have access to, and we build certain experiences within the platform using our drag and drop builder, but we're able to integrate to numerous things, whether it's access control, whether it is a building management systems like an Angus and a building engines, or it is something like parking. Actually, currently we have partnered with Arrive, who's a fantastic parking solution that lives on the Lane platform. And it's as simple as, you contact us on the product side and we work with your teams in order to figure out what the best solution is.
What differentiates Lane?
Oh, I think the main thing that it makes us different than everybody else, we're focused on the whole workplace ecosystem. And that's a bigger piece of the pie than just tenant engagement. We look at the broader picture of workplace engagement or workplace experience, and it all starts with the end user. And why that's really important is if that end user doesn't have a seamless, beautiful, easy experience to access all these different things that are provided by all these different stakeholders, they're not going to use a platform. And if we don't have that end user on the platform, we can't deliver value to all the other stakeholders in this ecosystem. I think that is really important. That's what makes us very different. And hopefully you saw that come through on our platform, how we seamlessly bring together vendors, services, retails, property management, the companies themselves, third parties like parking systems, and bring them all into one beautiful, seamless user experience for the end user.
That's all we have for question, guys. Thank you very much. We'll leave it right there.
Great,
Thank
thanks
you.
so much.
Thanks, guys.